Bro, when is this drama gonna end? Basically, if you don't know, more drama has recently, I guess, been discovered in Forsaken with Soul and some of the devs leaving and all that stuff. So, yay, let's just get into it, I guess. A brief recap. Basically, Soul has was caught with a bunch of allegations regarding like a bunch of bad stuff, like pedophilia, helping this kid who was in juvenile or who's in juvenile, whatever. A bunch of bad stuff. Then Hytoka and Basil said they cut, like they were basically they cut contact with Soul, but then it was recently discovered that Soul was still getting 25% of Forsaken's revenue. And then there's the whole NDA stuff, and now we're here. Basically, one of the developers of Forsaken, being Kaiser, has recently been it's recently been found out that he has been in contact or he's been talking to Soul, and Hytoko and Basil knew about this but did not really care at all. They didn't like tell him like, hey, don't talk to Soul, uh or didn't talk to like Soul saying like, hey, leave us alone, blah blah blah. They just let him be. And one of the developers of Forsaken has recently been asking people if they're a quote unquote pro shipper and play inappropriate Roblox games. One of those being Imperfect, who is kind of known in the Forsaken community. That's just a brief explanation of what's happening. If you want like a full, I guess, like breakdown or like explanation and stuff, then continue onwards. If you just like want a little explanation, well then there you go. But now let's actually get into like explaining and showing everything in detail. Now then, the first person that we know of that has been contacted by this Forsaken developer is Imperfect Nor or just Imperfect. And basically, the Forsaken developer was asking if he was a pro shipper or played inappropriate Roblox games, and was also asking about like Imperfect Nor's personal life, and was trying to get like his personal information out of him. In which Imperfect obviously denied, but and he did tweet this out showing multiple images and stuff of what was happening. Another person that was contacted by this Forsaken developer, we do not know. Uh, we actually don't know if this is the same developer. There's a good chance it is, but we don't know if it's the same or different. But another person that was contacted by this developer is Sharky Leo, who's pretty known in the Forsaken community and actually has contact with a good chunk of the devs. And Sharky Leo actually ended up getting in contact with Soul, talking to him personally via like text or Discord. And this happened because Kaiser, another Forsaken developer, told Sharky that Soul wanted to speak to him, in which Sharky accepted. I'm not going into too much detail on this, as this was actually a month ago, but it's still good to know that this is happening. Now, this is actually recent and from a few days ago, but it has been figured out that, or it's been like revealed that Kaiser is still in contact with Soul, and if he's still in contact with Soul, there's a decent chance that other developers are. But because of this, Kaiser has been removed from the Forsaken team, luckily. Now, recently as well, a user by the name of 8LF has recently shown that they were in contact with one of the devs. They were basically talking and stuff, but it's recently been figured out that that dev is Basil, the co-owner of Forsaken. And the reason why this is like a huge like stab in the back is because not only did she say that she no has no contact with Soul. You know, she has none. The whole team has none. She just straight up said here that she doesn't really care that a few of the people working for Forsaken is in contact with Soul. A quick thing to mention: this 8LF person actually used to be really good friends with Ava, who is Soul's ex-girlfriend. Now then, this next minute or two of the video is gonna be about 8LF and Basil's conversation about the whole like drama and stuff. I'm not gonna like comment or do any like commentary on this because it's kind of long. If you want to take your time and read this, I recommend that you actually do so you can get like a good description on what this is about and stuff. Yeah. Now then, if we go to the chats, if you read them, you probably saw that Basil occasionally posted like this small little meme image thing, and I'm guessing that judging by this, it's clear that she really doesn't care about like the whole situation. Now, luckily, the official Forsaken Twitter account did apologize, and they said they fired Kaiser and anyone else that they knew that had associations or contact with Soul, which is good. Definitely should have done it sooner. However, this was all just a few days ago. Now we have some even more drama. Just about a day or two ago, a screenshot was leaked of Basil talking with a group of people. One of those being Hitoko, who is the main owner of Forsaken. However, what the main part of the screenshot is the fact that Hitoko also knew about the whole Kaiser situation. And much like Basil, they decided to not tell anybody. Though it does seem that Hitoko is a little more like guilty, I guess, realizing that obviously they did make a mistake. Unlike Basil, they do seem to actually realize that, though. And another thing, or more drama, is about the Forsaken Sandbox game getting heavily copyrighted as it used Forsaken's actual models. Basically, because of this, the Forsaken team decided to remove all the models that were brought from their game into the Forsaken Sandbox game. What Forsaken Sandbox was is I'm pretty sure it was just like Forsaken, maybe a little bit different. I never played it, but the main reason why people played it was because it was like Forsaken, but
But
none
they
of their money went to Soul or any other like bad people in the Forsaken dev team. Now, a lot of people and me myself are kind of split whether this was a good idea or not, because some people think that they did it just so they can get their people to go back to Forsaken. Uh, though some think it was fair as that was their models, their animations, all that stuff. I'm kind of split. I'm like agreeing with both basically, as it definitely seems like something the dev team would do for them to just take it down so they go back to Forsaken, but it also seems right for them to take it down because that's their models. Either way, we don't really know much about this other than the fact it got taken down, and yeah, I don't really know what to do for this part if I'm gonna be honest. Now, some drama, more drama between the Forsaken developers. Multiple developers of Forsaken are either leaving it entirely, like done working, just quitting, or taking huge breaks due to the drama. And shockingly, honestly, the official Forsaken news account has also decided to step away from Forsaken for a bit. And this just kind of proves how bad the drama is, with multiple devs leaving, as shown right here. All of this is definitely very bad for the Forsaken dev team, Forsaken, and the fan base. All of this because of one person, by the way. So, yeah, it's definitely not looking good for Forsaken. Now, this is, from further on, this is going to be my opinion on Forsaken and what I recommend doing if you don't want to play Forsaken or do anything related to Forsaken anymore. So, obviously, I think all of this is really bad. Soul, Basil, and Hytoka are definitely in the wrong here. They should have never done all that stuff. I will admit I am gonna keep playing Forsaken and probably keep playing making Forsaken content. Though, if you don't want to, which honestly completely understand, most people would, there are tons of other games that are like Forsaken, such as Die of Death, Pawn by 1800, uh, Outcome Memories, which is my personal favorite. Doomed by Fate is kind of a new one. Alter Ego's a new one, but that one's still in alpha or beta. But yeah, that's all the drama for Forsaken right now. On if I'm gonna be honest, I only see it going downhill from here. I'm sure that they might make a comeback one day. I don't know if they take like actual time for the look at their dev team and stuff, see what they're doing, all that stuff. I think they could do it, but judging by how it's going right now, I think it's only going to go downhill. And with that, with all of that out the way, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon, hopefully. I don't know yet. Yeah. I hate doing endings, I can't lie.